Cowboy fans, me, Cowboy Legends for Life. I want to make this video real quick. I know it's a little late. I'm going to put it out tonight anyway, but I never got I've been busy all day, so I made out a video earlier, but I never got a chance to put out my synopsis of last night's game, the Cowboys, in which overall I was very satisfied with the game. Of course, we didn't win it, but that doesn't count because I tell you, from the time I was a kid, I never appreciated preseason games. I never did. I mean, at that time back then, they used to play 5 of them. They used to play 5 of them when I was young. So they cut it down to 4. But like I said before, preseason is the time to get your stock in order, to get your house clean. You know what I'm saying? To get it straightened out and strong. All right. Make sure there's enough fire in the coal, wood in the fire and oil in the furnace and all that other shit. You know what I mean? To make the house as sturdy as possible for the entire winter. That's basically what it is. You ain't got to worry about if it's the best house on the damn block. You got to make sure you're tucked in and ready. That's all. So with that, I'm telling you that. So they're working on things. They're working on the front line. They're working on the quarterback and the plays. And they're not going to reveal a lot of the plays, of course. Only a few they can work with and see what's going on. So I'll take an account starting with this. Dak Prescott looked pretty sharp, and he made the I think 4 or 5 attempts. No, 6 of them. 2 of them were called on because of fouls from the San Francisco 49ers, who were horrible last night in terms of discipline. They were making stupid penalties. So, but I'm not going to talk about them, of course. All I'm saying is that Dak Prescott looks pretty strong, and so he caught one ball from himself that got batted up. He caught it himself. So, one fool want to make excuses that you're going to make sure he was 100. He got batted by and turned it himself. I'm not going to listen to mean people who are freaking hateful because they can't tell to the fact they're envious of my quarterback because their quarterback ain't shit. He sucks. So that doesn't matter. But anyway, I like Dak's performance. I'm pretty sure that I got a feeling Dak's going to play again. He's not going to do what he did last season. He had 4 possessions last preseason. Never saw him again. And Zeke didn't even walk past his goddamn locker. Okay? He didn't walk past his locker, bro. And just walk around just eating candy and shit and just mussing around. And then that's why for the first couple of games of the season last year, Zeke looked kind of bad. I mean, he was strong. He was making some good plays, but he made a lot of mistakes. And then he started to gel into the season. See, I was hoping to avoid that. I was hoping that Zeke would come into camp. If the contracts got straightened out, because, well, this is a Jones matter, because this is what they do every fucking year. They do this all the time, all right? Not that I'm used to it. I expect them to be this way. This is how they are. So anyway, when you have the point, had one of the best running backs in the league, and him and Smith, and you hold out on him, and that's what did you think? They're going to do the same thing to anybody else after that. Here's a man who's a key cog in your machine, and you refuse to listen to him. Now, the same thing with Zeke, though it's not the same thing with Zeke and Elliott, because Elliott already won the Super Bowl the year before. So Zeke is just going by today's standards in terms of how they view running backs today. They're not as valued today because they changed the rules of football to favor the quarterback, okay? And so the quarterback becomes a lot more, you might say, on display, because it gives the game a passing game, because now you can't touch the receiver a certain way no more. You know what I'm saying? It all built up to that for the many years. But at the same time, the running back stayed the same. But however, NFL never move. It never changes. So if you want to really win, you want a solid team, you have a balance to an attack on the field in terms of offense. Therefore, you have to have a running game. Now, if anything tells you, don't tell them it's because Brady went there. Brady's a great quarterback, but Brady did not win any Super Bowl or any games without a running game. Whether he had Sonny Michel, whether he had LeGarrette Blount, whoever the hell he had, it did not matter. Okay, because the guy White, whoever there was, because their team was either second or third or top 10, always the case in the run game. and then they were able to win football games and plus postseason and Super Bowls. Okay, so they can try to feature and try to protect the quarterback all they want and make him the featured thing, and it's important. He's the most important cog on the team. However, then you're not going to win anywhere. I mean, Carson Wentz proved that emphatically. Drew Brees proved that emphatically. And also, you want to think about it, Roethlisberger, who's always been one of my favorite quarterbacks, also proved that emphatically too. How? Because when Davion Bell left and he had no real solid running game, along with one of the best receivers in football, he didn't make the postseason. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league today, and probably in a while, from Pittsburgh Steelers history, and he didn't make the postseason. You understand? Because you didn't have a solid run game, real run game. You understand? Same thing with Drew Brees. Didn't do anything until Alvin Kamara got on that team. Same thing with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz wasn't shit his first rookie year because they had no steady run game. Then he had LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi, who opened up the field for him. He played very well with a healthy front line, and then he got hurt, of course. But the following year, he was shit because he didn't have a run game. Because both those running backs were gone. You understand? Dak Prescott's no different from anybody. You understand? Dak Prescott is a solid quarterback. He has a solid game. He's a smart quarterback and make good choices and safe choices. Okay? And then he has a run game. He works behind that because the Cowboys have always been a run-first team. I don't care what anybody say. The reason why the success of the Cowboys through their entire history was a man named Tom Landry who swore that his fucking team will be a ground game control team. And though they adopted Eric Coryell's style of play, they never stopped using the ground game. They always had decent running backs throughout their entire history. So therefore, that's why they won so many damn games. That's why they're the winningest team in all of football. By percentage, they're the winningest team of all of football. They're the biggest winning percentage of all of them. England, New England, whoever. You understand? That's why. So the ground game is just as important as the run game when you're talking about a balanced team. However, there's a quarterback that choreographs the entire field. You understand? The entire field of play that makes the team score. That's all. Anyway, I like also the performance of our defense. Our defense is solidly in the first stringers, the second stringers, and some of the third stringers looked pretty damn good. I like the defense, period. They showed me a lot last night. You made some mistakes, of course, but I was kind of shaking my head over the guy, number 33, I believe his name is, Michael Jackson. He didn't look good in a couple of plays where he got burnt and he looked like he didn't know what he was doing and made a few bad calls made on him. But that's just the first preseason because he's been lights out in the practice camps and stuff. I also like the Wouzier and William Lewis and this guy number 57, Griffith. Man, he was all over the damn field until he got hurt. I hope it's not something serious. I would like to see this guy return because that just makes this team even stronger. The linebacking core is deadly. They were hitting fucking goddamn San Francisco all over the place. Okay, they're deadly. All right. So, but that's good. Other than that, I saw some plays from the front line. They didn't do too bad. They did pretty damn good. The first stringers did pretty good, and they weren't even all the first stringers because Martin wasn't there. You understand? So they didn't do too bad at all. They took pretty damn good. And then you have Ciafillo and a couple of others. I forgot the name of my guy. I'm sorry now. Who came to? My God, I forgot the name. But anyway, put it this way. It didn't look too bad either. Okay, I mean, made some misassignments and stuff. But when I'm gonna tell you something, my man Cooper Rush. He did okay. He was decent. He made some good plays and stuff. I mean, he hung in there because they were really coming at him at one point, because they kept some of their freaking second strings and first stringers in there. And the defense, yes, they did. Okay, and even in the offensive side, they kept some first stringers in there. Okay, I was kind of laughing because they really wanted to win this game. Well, they did it. They won it last season. Okay, which is no big deal to me because when the season started, they weren't shit. They were one of the worst teams in the NFL. Cowboys, of course, made the postseason. You know, the Cowboys, I think they lost all their postseason games, maybe one they only won. I never cared about postseason. I never did, never will. I enjoy watching them and see what players we have. That's it. I don't take no stock the entire time in the postseason. All right. The only time I really took interest in the postseason, all right, was when back in the days when Roger Staubach, once he retired, I didn't care anymore. When Roger Staubach retired, I did not care about the postseason anymore. I didn't want to watch with Danny White, you know, the following year and all that shit in the postseason because he didn't show me shit in the damn regular season anyway. So I didn't trust him. And then it was so on and so on until Dak Prescott in 2016 came and everybody started talking about him, and I started watching him, and I started finding out I saw the draft course. I'm saying, but I started watching paying attention more to it from the school he came from, Mississippi State, and I said, "Well, shit, you know, I think I'll just go ahead and watch some of these preseason games," and that's pretty much how I got to know Dak Prescott. And I said, I see something here. The first thing that came to mind when I see was Roger Staubach. I told you that before, a couple of years ago. I saw Roger Staubach. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, Cooper Rush looked decent. But I'm going to tell you something. If Foots the King can hear me now, Foots the King, listen to me, man. All right? I still hear you trying to criticize Dak Prescott here and there, even now. Okay, please do me a favor. Stop it. Because you were the biggest one talking that shit about Mike White. Mike White is fucking trash, man. Okay? I don't care if it was third string people protecting him, if third string people or second string people he's playing. You either do or you fucking don't, and he just don't. Okay? Mike White don't. Okay? Footwork, they be damned. I saw his footwork, it looked good. Yeah, he sure looked good. But he never got the ball there. Give me a break, bro. Dak Prescott. Maybe he should ask Dak Prescott how to use his footwork when he completes passes. That's what Mike White should be doing. Watching Dak Prescott. Okay? Anyway, that's my assessment of the game. I love the defense. I love the way the offense looked. It wasn't so much of anything except just to see those young boys. Because I'll tell you about the running game, too. It looked lackluster after they took that kid out, Pollard. It looked lackluster after that. But Pollard looked pretty good. He had a few carries. He made a few first downs, which is important because the first downs are the ones that are important. If it's 3 yards or it's fucking 15 yards, you make the first down. That's what's important. So I didn't get a chance to see my man Witt yet, but I pretty expect I'll see him maybe next week. And so like I said, my pick. I told you guys, Blake Jarwin looks better and better. He will eventually be the starting tight end. He might even be the starting tight end this season. Okay. But we needed Witten back. We did. We needed him back here to help these kids, help these boys get frothy. These tight ends were pretty lackluster last year until Blake Jarvis took the front lead because Wayne went down and then we left with pretty much with the 3. And Rico Gathers was just what the fuck, man. They had to cut him. They had to cut Rico. He stunk, bro. Okay, like I said, after the last season's was over, the Rico Gather experiment is over. Don't want to hear anything about it no more. Okay, now they did the right thing. Cut him. Bye, Rico. Anyway, that's my assessment, guys. Thank you. I'll get back with you another video maybe tomorrow or in a couple of days. I'm going to be busy. Bye.